All right. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the pre-bell breakdown episode number 20. Let's make sure that we are live here on X and on YouTube. I believe both of them are working properly. Just got the link sent out as well. All right. Yep. We are live. All right. Well, appreciate everybody who's going to be tuned into this quick pre-bell breakdown. SPY is still in the middle of the range from yesterday. So there is nothing too interesting or significant right now on SPY. The biggest thing is that you have a big area of support down here on SPY, and then you're going to have your, let me go ahead and turn this off real quick. Your larger area of resistance up here going into the day. And then these are levels just freaking kind of ping ponging back and forth from, but nothing too nothing too significant. This is more scalpy territory. Let me change these to red while I'm here. So around 689.20 up to about that 690 area is going to be your resistance. Support is going to be just underneath 686, down closer to 685.90 to 685.50. So going into the session, you got an area right here as well. A lot of buyers that kind of step back in and reclaim this area here just for more scalpy areas right here back and forth. But the main two things are going to be the zone above, the zone below. Anything in here is just, again, just scalping back and forth. Yesterday, I sold an SPX credit spread, easiest 100% trade of the day, probably of the week. We'll see if I can continue to do it again if we stay within the range. So we stay under here, but we stay above here. I'm going to be selling credit spreads. We start to trend up in the direction up here. We start breaking probably back above 688, start cruising up higher. A lot of things are looking positive. Internal is looking positive as well. We start getting a nice trend. Can potentially sell the put credit spread, capture 50, 70%, trim some out, and then move a stop up. If it pulls back down, then flip it and reverse it like Missy Elliott and get the call side, and then let the credit spread come back down this way. Other than that, nothing too interesting on SPY unless we start breaking above this top zone here or this bottom zone down here. I do believe your previous month high on SPY is around 685.80. So that is not a beer, by the way. That is Liquid Death Mountain Water for the ones that probably thought that might have been like a Modelo or something. No, I'm not drinking at 8:50 a.m. So um, previous month high on SPY is right down here around 685.80. So again, I would expect buyers to step back in within this area. So looking for potential longs. If this area gets tested, you see buyers step in off that area of support. So now for the QQQ. Its previous week low is right down here, just underneath 618. So for Qs, be watching around that area here for your support when this area right here gets retested again. So I'm just going to pinpoint this best that I can, kind of drag this over here, and then upside when this area up here gets retested for potential resistance. Drag this over, and now just go intraday. This is what it looks like on QQQ. So I don't have any levels right here on QQQ. You can see these areas, these order blocks that Luxalco kindly puts in here for me. But around here, here, and again, this is just going to be like ping pong scalpy territory. And then you have your kind of equilibrium right there across the middle. But this is going to be the main thing for QQQ. So coming back up to 622.50, your previous day low retest is 623.14. So that area can act as a potential resistance. You do have the gap fill up there on QQQ. So if we do start to trend back above, and instead of rejecting this spot right here, instead of just rejecting it and coming straight back down, if market again is strong, internals are looking good, we get the move up here, break base, buyers start to push it back up. You'd want to see that continuation back up into that zone. Vice versa for the downside. If market is looking weak, we come down here and we start breaking this low. Buyers kind of step back in, they start pushing it lower. I would just target down here at the bottom of the zone. Previous week low on Qs is 617.77, so just underneath 618. So 618 downside, 623 upside. We are smack dab in the middle at 620 psych level right here on QQQ. Again, you have these levels right here. This is just scalpy, back and forth until we start breaking above right here to get the push up to this zone here, breaking down to get the move here. So those are the two zones there on QQQ after doing the SPY. IWM, previous month high, I'm looking at a separate chart right now. Previous month high is at just underneath 249, and then your resistance is at 251.50. So I would just watch 249 and 251.50 on IWM. It's in the middle, literally at 250 snipe level right now. It is at 250. It's at 250.06. So um, yeah, look, I already got look, I got the word support right there. So around that 249 area. So watch that, and then your midpoint area is right here, and then you'll see the resistance, which is right there. That's at 251.50, just right there. So those are this is your ping pong on IWM. Those are your spots right here, and then obviously your equilibrium is right here across the middle at 250 psych level. So there it is. Let me drop that down there. So that's what it looks like on IWM. These are the levels. So big resistance again up there at 251.50. Big support down there just underneath 249. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 levels right here to play ping pong back and forth with. So that's your IWM. That is your QQQ. 1, 2, 3, 4 levels ping pong zone above and below. SPY 4 levels ping pong. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels here. And then zone above and zone below. So those are the main things that I'm watching there on SPY Qs and IWM. Now going into the day, eBay is still looking good. So took the calls there. Well, there, 1050, which can't, that one, the little doji candle. Took calls yesterday here on eBay, $88 calls for a swing trade, and it turned into getting plus 55% intraday before I even had to swing anything, which is fantastic. So was able to trim some out along the way yesterday. 88 almost in the money, just shy of it right here. So I don't know of too many people who even care to look at eBay or watch eBay or have been talking about it, but nice area of support down here was in a daily squeeze that did fire. I couldn't have timed that, I mean, more honestly, perfectly. The daily squeeze is done. So eBay had a really nice plus 3% day on the stock yesterday. I was able to capture almost the entire move from start to finish, and it is now coming back up to the $88 area. I would like for it to enter into the gap fill. You do have resistance up here at 88, going to about 89. It's the reason why I took the 88s. This is a big target upside. But if it does start to push and break in base above that area, we'd like to get to move the $90 strike level, enter into the gap fill, potentially roll into a farther position, because I would 100% be expecting rejections up within this area here. And it can get a move back down to retest before it ends up, uh, the EMA start catching up on the daily chart, just to retest it, see buyers step back in, put in the higher low, and then once that happens, start to move back up potentially. So I'm going to be locking in majority of those gains up here in this area on eBay, but absolutely beautiful daily squeeze. Just happened to catch it on the right day and caught the entire daily squeeze candle upside right up to the top of this zone. So there is more potential for upside on eBay. I do not think that it is done, but we shall see. This was a beautiful chart, a beautiful move. Go look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA is in a squeeze on the 1 hour going into the session. Right now, it is curling to the upside. MACD is also positive right now as well. So putting in some higher lows right now, you'd want to see it hold this area here around 188 and get the move up after that. So go to your 30-minute. This is kind of what you're looking at right here. So your Tuesday high potential target area up there, 189.39 up to probably the 190 cycle level, which is going to be the top of this candle, the bottom of that one right there. So continues to hold, higher lows. Would really like for it to not fall back underneath this trend line or underneath the 188 area, to then get the move up here into that zone. So watch this potential hourly squeeze that is moving to the upside right now on NVIDIA. Tesla had a really last couple days. I am in Tesla puts. Look, here's the toilet emoji. Um, End up working out. So look, so break of structure here, retested the zone, got the rejection, put the toilet bowl on the screen, and then all of a sudden, you get the flush. That's just how it works. You just draw lines, put emojis on your chart, and it's the best technical analysis you can ever do as a trader. Works all the time. So 15-minute, I mean, looking disgusting. Here's where it rejected the zone again, back test, and then all the way back down. Consolidation, leg down, bounce back up, another lower high, leg down, bounce back up, a little bit of a lower high. So it does have support down here within this area. Right there on Tesla. So you do have support right down here. If this spot breaks on Tesla, I think it can get very, I mean, look, first of all, look at your daily on Tesla. This is not good. So it is sitting directly on your daily 21 right at this zone. But so there's your break of structure and the flush. Um, I mean, I think if Tesla ends up losing this spot here, you have a pretty good chance of seeing Tesla come back down to 440, maybe 435 area. I'd be targeting around right here. Midpoint of that is 437. So again, 440, 435. If that area breaks, 4 hour chart, absolutely disgusting. Your 4 hour volume point of control is at 446. This is kind of what I'm looking to break as long as it stays underneath this area here. So looking for it to stay under here, break this zone and then just get the flush. So would like for it to see 445 down here to 437.6. Those are going to be two big spots downside. I'll actually go ahead and mark these on the chart. So looking at it here, this is kind of what you're looking at. So breaks underneath this zone. I'm looking for a larger move down here on Tesla. So it could relief bounce right here a little bit and just consolidate or get the move back up to retest 474, 475. I think the retest of 474, 475 area can be a great spot for a short, just risking just above near that 480, but targeting back down to the 460s. It shows that Tesla right now is in a 15-minute squeeze, and it just flipped downside. MACD has actually been bearish for the last hour and a half. So you do have pre-market lows lining up with this overnight gap right there. So you do have this area here for a potential gap fill play, which will just take it straight back down to the same lows here if it ends up entering into this gap to come right back down here to where that little order block is area of support. So I'm going to set an alert on Tesla around 461.65. And then I'll set an alert for the upside above, most likely around that 465 area. Because if it starts breaking the basing back above 465 area, so you have a probably good chance of retesting up here in the 470s. Should not be in any kind of short position by that time. Be looking to see if buyers continue to push it back up, come back up into this zone, look for the gap fill on the upside, and see if sellers step in around that 475 area of rejection, and then take it down from there if it does. But breaking base above 465 looks good for that move there. So I'll set an alert for 465 as well, watching both of those. Amazon, I mean, Amazon's completely flat right now. It is in a squeeze on your 30-minute and 1 hour. This chart looks absolutely horrendous. I'm not very interested in it. Look at the daily candles on Amazon. Look at the last three daily candles, Amazon. Just doji, doji, doji. I am more bullish on Amazon. You can see I have an alert set right down here for a sweep underneath 230 to retest these EMAs, print a higher low to go long, or if it gets a break in base over 233, looking for continuation. It has not done either of those things. It stays right underneath the resistance. It has not even come back down to close under 231 to get the move down to the 230 area. So it is in a squeeze, and on the 30-minute and 1 hour is completely sideways. But the chart overall just not trying to front run anything right now. That one needs a little bit more time. Apple, I have an alert set underneath 241.45. Starts coming back down to 270.50 area of support. Above 275, 275.50 is your area of resistance. So, and it is kind of smack dab in the middle of that right now. So there is nothing here on Apple either. So it's resistance zone right up here. All these upper wicks and candles are. You have your support right down here as well. So, and we're just kind of in the middle of the entire range. Now, daily chart, it is underneath the EMAs. So it did just backtest the daily EMAs and rejected twice and closed underneath. Yesterday, it closed directly on the daily 9 and under the 21. And you'll see it is printing higher lows right now on the daily chart. So I'll be watching this here on Apple. So just underneath the EMAs here on the daily, but holding the higher lows. So very similar to Amazon, there's going to come a time where either the top blows off or the bottom here gives out. It's going to be one of the two. So just watch for a break of structure here, back underneath 271.50. Would expect buyers to step in and hold that area there. If they fail to do so, then get them moved down. Um, expect resistance and sellers to step in at 275.50 area. If they don't and bulls continue to break and base above that area, look for continuation up, be targeting around 280 on Apple. Other than that, not really too interested in anything else. Meta is almost even worse, just consolidating here. The daily did just test the 21. It's back up to the 9, so it's between the two. Overall, not too interested in Meta right now with where it's at in the range. Google, Google's trying. I'll give it to Google. Google is trying. 30-minute squeeze, fire downside. It already played out the move here pre-market. Go to your 4 hour. I mean, it's trying. Um, it just it's taking 1,000 years. But if you look at the daily, this is the main thing that I'm watching. You'll see the lower highs here. But overall, I mean, since this low right here, you get the move up, and now we're just kind of consolidating, holding the EMAs, holding the daily 9 right now. So for Google, I mean, 315 is just rock solid right now. So if it can break and base above 315 and break this lower high trend line, I think that looks very, very good for Google. If it rejects right here, I'd say you can potentially get that move back down to 310. Your daily 21 right now is just only 309. So that'd be a target downside and then a potential area for a bounce play. But overall, it's really trying to get above this area right here. It's just it can't. Um, just getting slapped and rejected and getting slow right now. But keep that Google chart on watch going into the rest of this week. But again, nothing crazy kind of standing out to me right now. McDonald's can potentially get the move down. So we charted this one. It had a nice leg down consolidation rejection. Go to your weekly. Got a nice candlestick pattern up here for potential reversal off the same rejection areas. It's just coming down to the weekly 21. Not that McDonald's really respects the weekly 21 that often. You get a lot of wicks above and below it. So you could see continuation lower down to 305 on McDonald's. I do think it can continue down a little bit lower. But yesterday, there's the larger zone. And it broke down underneath of it. They bounced it back up, retested, it came back down, and then it was just like a slow bleed into the close. So couldn't really have traded McDonald's unless I got the back test of the 310, which would have been here, and then just played the move and sell off into the close. But overall, daily chart not looking too fantastic. Weekly chart, again, area of resistance. Breaks this area here. There is a trend line for higher lows, so you could see a move back down to 300 psych level if it breaks 305. So underneath 310, looking good for a move down. It just underneath the weekly 21 308 area can expect that move down closer to 305 and then 300. So little off the wall name right here. Probably not a lot of people are looking at. Caterpillar has a weekly evening star, and now it's going on 2 weeks of just straight nothing. This is when the evening star started, and it gave the nice move down, completely formed it, and then bounce off area of support. And now just, I mean, you're going on 1, 2, 3, you're going on like 5 or 6 days of this stock doing absolutely nothing, but now back underneath the daily moving averages. It did get a really nice run up on here, so could be a little bit overextended. I love seeing an evening star at the top um, of an uptrend. So RSI went well over 70. It's now back under 70. Your MACD is still bullish, but you can see it has not flipped bearish, but it is getting awfully close to flipping bearish and then seeing these green bars right here potentially flip and go red. So keeping this one on watch as well. So other than that, guys, those are the zones and levels for SPY, Qs, IWM, another few names I'm watching. Your eBays, your Nvidia, your Tesla, your Apple, your Amazons. The only other one I did not look at was Microsoft. Microsoft. All right, so Microsoft broke the trend. Oh, it's still the exact same. It's the same chart from Sunday. All it did was create another flat day. So it broke the trend line here. You'll see I have the alert set 489.39 with that flat top that's right there. Um, it is completely consolidating right here. I am 100% expecting a big move on Microsoft. I'm actually going to set an alert under 484 because if it breaks that, that's no bueno. And then just around that 490 area, I just set one just shy of it, 49.4. I mean, you get the breakout consolidation, could be a bull flag right there. You could articulate that, but it's looking good. It is in a daily squeeze and it is to the upside as of right now. MACD is also positive. Your RSI went from 30, it's hitting the neutral level at 50. So it's things are lining up bullish for this breakout, but you don't have everything just yet for it to fire and signal for it. So it needs a little bit more time. And I think once Microsoft's daily squeeze does fire, it's going to be very easy to find and be able to see that it's happening. So overall, looking at Microsoft for the squeeze, could it continue to reject 490 and then consolidate and then break underneath the EMAs during that consolidation and then things start to slowly curl back down and then the squeeze fires downside? 100%. Um, but that's just speculation. And as of right now, looking at the chart, it broke the lower high trend line. It's hitting a resistance. And instead of just getting smacked and coming straight back down, it's consolidating sideways, holding above it. While two out of the three right now, I mean, the RSI is moving higher. It just cannot, hold above the 50 to try to get the move up here to 70. So looking for it to eventually do the same, but MACD again is bullish and the squeeze has flipped upside and that is bullish. We're just underneath that area of resistance. So if it starts to go above 490, would like to see 500, potentially see 505. Full target upside, believe it or not, if Microsoft really wants to start ripping, I don't think 515, 520 is out of the question. I think you could see a potential plus $20 ripper on Microsoft over a little period of time. If this daily squeeze does in fact break and fire upside and it gets that break and base over that 500 psych level, I think it would start to get that move up even more. But this is a really big chart that I do have on watch. So do not count out the Microsoft. Any thoughts on SLV? I think it's getting a decent little pop overnight. Nothing too crazy. Um, Netflix, I'm not too interested in Netflix. I have an alert set for under 85 bucks to start looking at longs and some equity there. That's about it. TTD, um, everyone's trying to pick the bottom of TTD. Um, it printed a nice little morning star here. Look, it's already on the chart and it caught a move up, hit the resistance. I mean, everyone's watching this thing for this gap fill and they're like, how much lower can this thing really go? It just back tested the daily 21 again, and as of right now, it doesn't look good. I don't see. I mean, if you look at the chart, you would expect buyers to have stepped in down here between 43 and 40 bucks. They did not this time, and it broke through it, and now it's at 38. So. overall chart on TTD. No clear sign that buyers are stepping in trying to hold this thing. Netflix, I mean, consolidating down here. I have a level and alert set right here around 95 bucks. If it starts to break in base above 95, I think that can be very good. You'll see the alert I have set right here again. I said $85. I don't need 85. I do have another alert set down near closer to 70, but 85 is my area of interest for Netflix. So if it drops another, 8 to 10 bucks lower, I'm going to start looking to go long on Netflix, potentially start an equity position there. Until then, I have nothing there on Netflix. So, but I got to jump. Appreciate everyone who tuned in to the live stream. If you're on X, please do give it a like. I would greatly appreciate it. It's free to hit the heart button that is on there. Looks like a few of you already did, but I would appreciate even more likes. Everyone tuning in to the 20th episode of the pre-bail breakdown. So love and appreciate about 1,000 people who were able to attend this quick pre-bell breakdown before market does open up here in about 10 minutes. For the premium Discord members watching the live stream, I'm going to move it on over to the premium Discord for the live streaming and live trading session for the day. I will be a guest speaker on Wolf Financial X Spaces and later just hanging out on their YouTube channel. I will mainly be over here live streaming and live trading within the premium Discord. So if you guys want to come hang out with the premium Discord team over in the Casey Trades community, you can click the link in my bio. There should be some stuff up there on the screen as well. That should be able to get you to the right places to come hang out and get a 7-day free trial. Make sure you use code KC30, KC30 at checkout. If you decide to stay after your 7-day free trial, it gives you 30% off that next purchase. So love and appreciate everyone who tuned into the session. I'm going to go ahead and get things moved over. I hope everyone has a great rest of their trading day, and I will catch you guys potentially on Thursday for pre-bell breakdown episode number 21.